Hello everybody, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. It is Mina. You're welcome to my corner. Here in my corner I make videos that do with career gist, self-development, and basically documenting my growth. Occasionally you will get outlier content that has to do with my life. Yeah, so if it's the first time you're seeing this place, thank you so much for stopping by. And this looks like a place where you like to be. Kindly subscribe. The subscription button is the red button below and it's entirely free. Thank you so much. So in today's video I'll be doing talking about what I wish I knew, or what I wish someone had told me before I started working, and even while I was still working. So whether it's your first job or your fifth job, or whether you are changing a role, this pertains to you. So yeah, keep on watching. So number one is, I wish I knew that work is not fun. See, the thing is, when you're not started working, or when you've been at home for a while looking for a job, your mind, you just feel like, when I get my job, it will be so much fun, we'll be balling, my colleagues and I will be enjoying, The reality is that work is not fun. Now, your colleagues might be interesting people, your colleagues might be exciting, the work or your job might put things in place to ensure that staff members enjoy their job, but in actual fact, in the real sense, work itself is not fun. So as you go on to your fifth job or your first job, please realize that work is not fun, and that's perfectly okay. So don't go with the mindset that I'm just going to be balling at my job. Oh yes, they have tennis court, I went to the interview and I saw tennis court lying around, or I saw a basketball loop. Don't go with that mindset, because work itself is not fun, but your colleagues might. So number two, salary is never enough. I cannot say this enough. I cannot overemphasize this, because usually we see people who are getting their first job or starting the first job or even fifth job. Chances are that if you've stayed home for a long time without a job, or you are moving to a new job with a better pay, you just feel like, this is it, this job will solve all my problem, the salary will take care of everything. It's a lie. The salary is usually never enough. So don't put all your mind on the salary, okay? By the time you pay your bills, by the time you take care of transportation costs, feeding, chances are like you just have barely enough to live by. So the salary is not enough. Now, does it mean that you should stay where you are undervalued? No, please do not stay where you are undervalued. However, do not expect that the job place would pay you what you are worth or what you think you deserve. So you might get a job that does that, but chances are like you might not. So do not place all your hopes and dreams on your monthly pay. It doesn't work like that. And then also, do not place your value on your salary. If you do, you'll be depressed and disappointed. Please do not. Number three, keep your resume updated. Now, usually what happens is, by the time you get a new job, or whether it's your first job or your fifth job, by the time you get a new job, you just feel like, I'm going to be here for 2 years, so there's no need to update my resume. Don't be like that. Update your resume. Keep your resume updated. And it's not because your job is bad, or because your job they might fire you, or you might fire them. It's not for that reason. It's just because you never know where opportunities can meet you, okay? So keep your resume updated. You never know what you will meet. You never know who you will meet. So keep your resume updated, okay? So update as you go, as you change your role, as you learn a new skill, as you gain more experience, update your resume. Number four, yes, your first job might not be the exact job you desire, with the exact position and exact pay. It might not be that, okay? So, and that's perfectly fine. I feel like if you're starting out as your first job after NYSC, it's okay. You should be open to starting small, okay? Be open to starting small. Now, I do not mean that by starting small, we don't mean that you should start at a place where there's no room for growth. No, but you should know what your career trajectory looks like and know where you can start from. So be open to starting small. Usually your first job might not be the job that gives you the exact money you want or the exact position or title, and that's fine. Okay, just start from where you are and start to grow. Okay, start to grow as you start to prove yourself, as you start to learn new skill, as you start to gather experience. Your employers notice as well, and I'm sure that when there's room for growth, your name will be mentioned. And if your name is not mentioned, I'm sure by the time you change your job, you will not be going back to where you started from. Your job, your value in the labor market would have increased. So rest assured, or just be okay with the fact that the first job you get might not be the exact position and the exact pay. Number 5, your professional success is not equal to your personal success. Please bear that in mind. Your professional success is not equal to your personal success. Yes, and I'm going to just throw a little light into this. Okay, so as you start working, or you're in your 5th job or your first job, whatever the case may be, please just realize that do not marry both together. Personal success and professional success, do not marry those two together. Ensure that your personal life is still flourishing, or you're growing your personal life as you groom your professional life. Okay, do not marry both together, please. And do not make both equivalent. What I mean is, your professional success, do not make it equivalent to your personal success. Now, your professional success is dependent on so many things. Okay, it's dependent on the kind of office structure you have, the processes in your office, the kind of boss you have. Yes, it's dependent on your colleagues, your teammates, people you work with, dependent on even your stakeholders, your customers, and other people that determine your outcome. It's dependent on all those things. So chances are, like, you just cannot make decisions on your own. You have to consult other people, unlike your personal success, where you can think about something and then you can go for it. Okay, so they might not be growing at the same pace, and that's fine, but please do not neglect one for the other. Do not neglect your professional success for personal success, and do not neglect personal success for professional success. Try and make sure that as you grow in one, the other one is growing as well, but both are not the same. Number 6, you might hate your job and like your co-workers. I'm going to say that again. You might hate your job and like your co-workers. That sounds crazy, right? But it's very, very, very true. Okay, and it might be the reverse. You might like your job and hate your co-workers. Now, do not go into the job place or the workplace feeling like I might not like them. No, go with an open mind, right? But remember that you are meeting people from different walks of life. So you might take a while before you start to understand them, and then you all start to bond. It might take a long time. Okay, pending when you get to that part. And I must say this at this point, there are some people on the workplace that you might never bond with. You have to be okay and comfortable with that. People at the workplace that you might never bond with, and you have to be okay with that. But just the fact that I do not bond with you does not mean that we should not have cordial relationship. So you might not be my BFF, you might not be my buddy, but we have cordial relationship. Okay, I do not hide information from you, you do not hide information from me. So yeah, so your job, you might actually love your co-workers and you just do not like your job. And you might love your job and you don't like your co-workers. If you have both, you love your job and you love your co-workers, well done. If it's the reverse for you, you don't love your job, you don't love your co-workers, I think you're thinking about quitting, because it's going to affect your performance. Yes. But if it's one of the two, okay, it happens, and you have to be open for that. It happens. Sometimes you love your job, your co-workers are just not it. Sometimes you don't like your job, but your co-workers are like it. Whatever the case, make the best of the situation. Okay, make the best of the situation. However, if it's in both cases, if it's the extreme case where you don't like your co-workers, they don't like you, you don't like your job doesn't like you, you should consider quitting, because it's going to affect your performance. Yes, it's going to affect your performance. Number 7 of what I wish I knew. what I wish someone had told me is, if you're starting your first job or your fifth job, or you're starting a new role, whatever the case may be, the first 2 months you're still trying to get things together. So chances are that you look phased out, you look confused, you look not put together, and that's okay, because like the first 2 months you're still trying to understand how the processes work, what your role is about, what your duties are, and everything. So the first 2 months is you just grappling with everything and looking all phased out and confused. Okay, in this first 2 months, please ask questions, okay, write things down, jot things down so you can remember, ask questions, ask lots of questions, please. But okay, so if it's the first 2 months you're still trying to get things together and all that, that's fine. I'm sure the organization understands and they will be lenient with you. But please, after the first quarter, at least 3 months, we are still saying, okay, you're still trying to understand. Please, once you start getting to, if after 3 months you're still trying to understand, 6 months trying to understand, 1 year you're still trying to understand, I think that there's a problem somewhere. Okay, I think you should seek for help. Ask people, seek for help. If you don't understand, find out someone that can put you through. Because if after 6 months, 6 months is even too long, if after 4 months, 5 months you are still not getting it, then I'm sure the organization looking at you with bad eye, like, what's up? Yeah, any salary, give us what we are paying for. Anyway, so that's it. 7 things I wish someone told me, or I wish I knew before I started either my first job, a new role, or my 5th job, whatever the case may be. Thank you for watching my video to this point. And yes, the video for the internship role should be up either before this or immediately after this, one of them. Please check out that video as well. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for supporting, subscribing, commenting, and all those good stuff. If this looked like a place you want to be, like I said earlier, kindly subscribe. The subscription button is the red button below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one.